And we're now joined by Ify Nwaobi. And Ify, I know you're looking for wins, and you get a win today. But how tough is it in the final few minutes of this game when you're trying to kind of cap it off to see your teammate go down and be in pain and be taken off the court when Avery Mills got hurt? That's got to be tough to kind of split your attention like that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see anyone go down. Obviously, she had a great game, and it was hard to see her go down like that, but we had to just stay together, play hard, and that's what we did.
Now, you had an injury that you were dealing with, too, and had to miss a few games, and then you came back, and it seems like you've been even more motivated since the injury, especially on the rebounding side of things. I mean, a huge game today with 15 boards. You had a double-double in the last game as well. Does it take missing a game or two to kind of make you realize how much you love playing?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. You definitely get to see a different, side of the game when you're not in there. Like, you can't do anything to get in there. I was talking about it with Amber. She said all the people that have been out with injuries and come back have always come back, stronger because they see, oh, she didn't box out there. You should, give 100%. And, yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting approach. And I know one of the trips you didn't even get to travel with the team, and so that had to really be tough. Now you're sitting at home and you're not even on, you're not on the bench watching, and you're just kind of. But I think you still got in on some of the Among Us, didn't you? I mean, you were still
one round.
One round.
I wasn't allowed to be on the screen too much. So.
Gotcha. But that had to be tough. Not only not being able to play, but not even being able to travel that first trip.
Yeah, it was hard. We're so close, so being away for even just a one-day trip, I was having a lot of FOMO, we call it, fear of missing out. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Now, what is your rebounding philosophy? Because clearly you're very athletic. You can get up above the rim and you can get those rebounds, but then there's also, I'm sure, some strategy as far as the boxing out side of things. Is I'm sure it's not just all athleticism. So what is your mindset that allows you to get 15 rebounds like today?
I mean, I feel like getting rebounds has always been something that I'm one of my strengths, but I feel like now at the collegiate level I have to learn how to box out people and get around them. So I think that my talent with that plus the hard work, I think, has just made it easier for me.
And you were digging in defensively in this game as well. They pose a unique challenge in that McDaniel is kind of, big-bodied. She can take it down low if she needs to, but she can also shoot the three. Everybody can either shoot the three or drive to the basket or even maybe go back to the basket as well. How was that challenge?
It was hard. There's always competition every team. I think I just came in with the mindset, do what I know how to do, and play good defense, box out, and I think it worked. It paid off today.
This is a big game in the standings because they were a game ahead of you guys, and you're trying to get back into the top 6 so that you don't have to play as many games in the conference tournament. Do you guys look at the standings at all? Do you worry with stuff like that, or is it just game by game?
We just take it game by game. We don't look at that.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And it's the only time you play JAX State this year, so it's also important because now you'd have the tiebreaker against them if it came down to a heads-up tie between you and you guys and the Gamecocks. Kennesaw State's going to be the same thing. You just play them once, and now you've got a short turnaround. You're on the road, but it seems like this team kind of thrives on the road. Does that go back to that camaraderie that you guys have? You seem to enjoy road trips.
We do enjoy road trips. I don't know what it is. I guess we just play better on the road, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The record's better.
It
seems like you guys have more fun when you're on the road. You're spending time together, and just a little bit of a bus trip to get over to Georgia, not too far away. So, but that's probably enough time to play 6 games of Among Us?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back and look at all the different women's basketball podcasts this year. We've talked about it a lot. We haven't had a chance to talk to you yet, but we'll get you on soon. And we've kind of broken down the game a little bit, but you can do a Google search. It's just a fun, I don't know, how would you describe it? It's a strategy game?
Yeah, it is. I think you probably heard it everywhere. There's like 3-2 imposters, and everyone has to do their tasks and then find out who the imposters are. So,
But it adds an extra spice to it because you guys are near each other.
We
If
are.
you're playing this game with somebody in California, somebody in Massachusetts, and you're here and there, whatever, you can't. But you can actually turn around and look at somebody eye to eye and go, "Are you the imposter?"
It makes it harder
Yeah.
because like we know each other so well. It's like, oh, I know, Emmy, you're lying. Like you're the imposter. Yeah.
So you get to see people's poker face a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on a great game. I know it was a little, unfortunate there at the end. Hopefully Avery's going to be okay.
Yeah.
That was a tough ending to the ball game, but you guys got enough offense. You got just what you needed to get the win, and now you get out of here and head over to Georgia.
Yep.
That was Ify Nwaobi, our
Thank
Thompson
you.
Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. And we'll get Coach Alexis Sherard on. They're starting to turn the lights off here in the building, so we'll finish up here and let Trey take it back in the studio and get us those out-of-town scores, although I think I will steal a tad of his thunder. And as Coach Sherard gets the headset on and take a look, because I am curious about that Delaware game. Delaware and Kennesaw State,
Delaware won.
overtime.
3-point game.
65-60. So very
5 point.
similar to what we had here, just 5 points more for each team. The overtime's nice because I know Kennesaw's at home. They don't have far to go, but at least they had to play a little bit longer in today's game. Delaware with that win, now they jump up in the standings. Kennesaw State falls back a little bit, so they're 2 games behind as far as getting into the 6th spot. But your team and Delaware will go even with JAX State. So now, I know your ultimate goal is not finishing in 6th place in Conference USA, but that's kind of the first obstacle ahead of you. You get into the top 6, you don't have to play an extra game, and that's important at tournament time.
No, that's a big deal. I mean, that's the difference between one full game in that week. So, yeah, those top 6 spots they're vital. They're vital. That could be the difference of winning and losing, toward the end of the week. So, any edge we can get, we're going to try to play hard and try to earn it.
I know the win is what we need to be talking about, but I'm sure there's an awful lot of concern all across Flames Nation with the injury to Avery Mills after what an outstanding game she had. I mean, you talk about a career game for most players, 27 points, 7 3-pointers, most she's ever hit in a college basketball game, and then and she goes down with the injury. I know you probably don't have a lot of details right now, but how's the spirits, I guess, of her and the team holding up?
I mean, the team is great. They're uplifting her. When I went in there, she had ice on her ankle, so I'm sure they'll be evaluating. We'll probably have more information tomorrow how she sleeps when she wakes up. But our trainers are on her. They'll be on, I'm sure, all through the night, treatment all through the night, and just praying for the best. I mean, obviously she's. That's a big loss for us, but we're praying for the best, and we'll see what happens on tomorrow.
And you're giving me some information that I didn't even know, because when we see her coming off the court, I think initially Ify kind of pointed to her ankle when she was saying, somebody come out here and look. So I was hoping that it was an ankle and not a knee. We've seen so many knee injuries. We won't even talk about knee injuries anymore. But as she was coming off the court, she was just not putting any pressure on her right leg. So we really, from our perspective, we didn't know if it was an ankle or a knee. So you're giving us some good news there. I understand ankle injuries can be bad too, but knee is a 4-letter word, literally and figuratively, when it comes to women's basketball.
No, she said she landed. She said she didn't even land on anyone's foot. So she said she went up maybe for a rebound. When she landed, she just rolled her ankle. So I did hear sprain. And again, we just got to wait for the support staff to do their job and for those ligaments to see how they're going to do on tomorrow.
And it shows you in a moment like this how, as much as there was certainly competition between these two teams and the coaches and the fans and the band and everything else, but the whole building, you could tell there was a level of concern. When you see a player playing as well as she did and go down an injury and in pain as well, it seemed like, everyone from Coach Petrie all the way to the fans in the stands were showing reverence to her as far as, wishing you the best.
No, Rick came right over. He was wishing us the best recovery for her. Jacksonville AD, athletic director, came over and offered any type of medical assistance. So, no, our hats off to Jacksonville State. They did a more than kind, just with regards to helping us out in the areas that we needed. So, no, they were very polite and very gracious with regards to Avery getting injured.
After the injury, they actually go on a 6-0 run, get it inside of one possession, and it seemed like, well, it turned out you just needed one player to score one basket, and that was going to be enough to win the game. We didn't know that at the time, but a 2-minute defensive stop, essentially. JAX State didn't score in the final 2 minutes, and you needed somebody to score, and it was JT. She has come up big since you put her in the starting lineup. It seems like that little spark has helped her a lot.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of her. I mean, 11 points, 5 assists, 0 turnovers. JT, she's, like I always say, she's an old soul, but she's very even, Steven. She's never too high, never too low. And she's just, I always want her to be aggressive. So we just set high ball screens, space the floor. And she has the ability to get downhill and, so a couple of tough finishes. I mean, full extension with her left hand, beautiful touch off the glass, and tough finishes. So, just proud of her. She's a hard worker, so no other person deserves it more than JT, just because of the amount of work that she puts in.
Last thing for you, that Kennesaw State game coming up on Saturday. It'll get here quick. Spend the night here, then head to Georgia. Quick turnaround, but I know you guys have subliminally worked a little bit of Kennesaw State into the preparation already, but now you focus on them 100%.
Absolutely, yeah. We, subliminal messages to our team. We like to focus only on our next game. That's the biggest game of the year. But Kennesaw, again, they'll be very aggressive. They have a lot of athletes that love to attack the basket. So, it'll be the same formula for us. We want to play good defense, limit Kennesaw to one shot per possession. I think tonight Jacksonville had 7 offensive boards at half, and they only had 3 in the second half. 13 second chance points in the first half, 1 second chance points in the second half. So, we'll try to carry that over to Kennesaw, Georgia, and just limit them 1 shot per possession, gang rebound, and then just try to execute on offense.
You know where the concept of subliminal messages came in? I mean, I guess there was some of the stuff where they'd hide things in the lyrics of songs and things, the Beatles, you turn it around and it says John is dead or something like that. But the original kind of, or one of the original things that became an issue was in movies, they were putting pictures of cold drinks or hamburgers, just one frame of a movie. So you'd never see it as it's going along. You'd never know that you saw it. But inside your brain, all of a sudden you wanted a hamburger, or all of a sudden you wanted a drink. Yeah. There was an old Columbo episode where they kind of showed that. But so whenever you guys put the film together, just put that subliminal message. Put a net with a swish, in the background, or
somebody rebounded.
Rebound. Yeah. I don't know how you put not turning the ball over in a
maybe just passing to your own teammate.
There you go. Well, congratulations on the win, and enjoy. I know it's a quick turnaround. Yeah. You don't get to celebrate too long, and we'll be right back at it again on Saturday.
Okay. Thank you, Jamie.
That's head coach Alexis Sherard.